I know you're almost certainly asking yourself the same thing I'm asking. How is he pulling those in? It's not just him. The Rebounding edition. I've recorded several episodes that I haven't released yet, making fun of LeBron fans. Any excuse they can come up with when it's undeniable that he acts like a fool and that he cheats the game. What do they say? Well, he's not the only one. Yes, I gotta ask, does it actually make you feel better to say that LeBron isn't alone in this embarrassing spectacle that the NBA has become? You sound like toddlers getting in trouble in preschool, pointing to the kids next to you saying, "He did it first. He did it too. Don't blame me. Other people do it." Is LeBron James the face of the league? Is LeBron James supposedly the GOAT? If you actually believe these things, why do you think it's okay for him to be down in the cellars of behavior? Just because he has company down there doesn't mean he's not in the cellar. And this is just a quick look at the Grizzlies game, and I'm only going to focus on the rebounds to make my point of the joke that the NBA is, that the joke of stats are. Here we have an example of what has become standard: the Lakers boxing out to make sure LeBron can get the easy rebound. The ensuing battle for the ball is mind-boggling. I don't know how LeBron comes down with those. Sarcasm aside, there's a reason these stats don't belong with the stats of the past. As I pointed out in my comparison of the 1993 All-Star Game to 2024, people used to stay underneath and battle for the rebound. The other team. I know that's hard to wrap your head around nowadays. Just look at this. LeBron consistently gets 0 offensive rebounds. Yeah, he's gotten one here and there. But if you want me or others to be impressed by rebounds, get offensive rebounds against people that are actually fighting you for the rebound. Now, here we go with LeBron fan excuses. LeBron isn't alone in not going for offensive rebounds. Now, this is getting worse. Earlier in the season, other guys were getting offensive rebounds on the Lakers, and it was only LeBron who wasn't. Now, nobody's going for offensive rebounds. And while that might make you LeBron fans feel better, it's more of a testament of the time. The offensive team isn't even going for the rebound. So how can you be impressed that the defensive team gets the rebound? And if you want to look at an individual, you see LeBron with his 14 defensive rebounds. Well, the other team isn't going for it, and his own teammates get out of the way so he can get him. If the roles were reversed, tell me which Laker couldn't have gotten those exact same rebounds. It's not like LeBron out-battled anybody. It's the assignment. LeBron has the easy defensive assignment. He sits in the position of the rebound, and his teammates get out of the way. Look at LeBron's job here. Confused? So am I, because I don't know what his job is. You might argue he's coming over for help defense, but by now it's pretty undeniable that he doesn't help on help defense. So what does that leave him with? It leaves him with 100% focus on getting the rebound against no one. Okay, consider from here. Look where LeBron is. Perfect rebounding position with 4 Lakers down there, almost in the paint or in the paint. Now you might say, yeah, but look, there's a couple of Grizzlies around. All right, let me point out a couple of things. This guy and this guy are leaving. They're not about to crash the boards. They're not even going to attempt. Now, the one guy who is under the rim makes a fake attempt. It's more of that bad acting. Look at him pull his arms in. Boy, he really looks like he wants the ball, doesn't he? Now, Rui seems to forget for a moment that he's just supposed to box out while LeBron gets it, and LeBron punishes him with an elbow to the head. You almost got in the way of one of my hollow stats. Now, as much as I hate to contradict myself, I actually took a closer look at this. I think Rui flopped against his own teammate. A2 Rui, not you. You were one of the last semi-likable guys on the Lakers, and now your behavior is changing too. Before you LeBron fans get excited that there wasn't actually any contact here, you need to understand that this is the influence of LeBron James on his teammates. Rui Hachimura turning into another manipulative, flopping piece of crap basketball player. This is coming from someone who has sung Rui's praises much this season. This is the league that your king is reigning over. People who have it so instilled in their brains to try and manipulate the referees that they act injured by instinct before realizing, oh, I shouldn't do that against my own teammate. Real or not, you can tell LeBron does not give a crap. He's not paying attention to Rui at all or seeing if he's okay. At least Rui shakes off his fake injuries faster than LeBron shakes off his own fake injuries. I'm genuinely confused. You don't bend all the way over like that because you almost got hit. He's acting like he got hit. Okay, moving on to the next example. Finally, here's a shocking scene. 4 Lakers in the middle. Of course, no skilled big man to post up. And you can see how much those Grizzlies care about getting that offensive rebound. Look, if the lane was that wide open, Dominique, Jordan, pretty much anybody is going to go in there and try and do a putback dunk on offense. Watch how quickly LeBron transitions from his difficult defensive assignment to this difficult defensive rebound. I don't know how he manages to pull these in. All I can tell you is appreciate greatness, people. Appreciate it while you can. We may never see anything like this again. Another grueling possession, chasing the other team's best offensive player all over the place. Again, somehow he transitions from that battle to get into rebounding position. How did he ever get to that rebounding position? And you can just see how badly the Grizzlies wanted that ball. And despite absolutely no one showing any interest in trying to get the rebound, LeBron provides a drama show, swinging his elbow. Look how hard he worked to get that rebound by himself. Also, some idiot like Reggie Miller can tell the audience at home, look at LeBron rebounding like a demon. Once again, the intense defense of the modern NBA on full display. Pretty much nobody guarding anyone and no threat of the other team planning on coming in to get an offensive rebound. It's going to be a gamble. It's going to be a risk, but we might be able to let you leave your important defensive role there, LeBron James, to try and get a rebound. Oh, someone from the Grizzlies faking it. One of the most intense rebounding moments of the night. The other team came somewhat near. Another guy who is already in absolutely perfect rebounding position with 2 teammates there to make sure no one else competes. These no contest rebounds, where LeBron's biggest challenge is when a teammate goes back to how he was trained to try for a rebound and makes that mistake. So LeBron's biggest challenge is a teammate forgetting to get completely out of the way of him getting the rebound. This reminds me of LeBron's opportunities to show off, such as his wide open dunks. Look at the flair. Look at the drama. Oh, rip that ball away from your teammates, LeBron. All right, a couple of things to point out on this play. Just notice that not a single other Grizzly is interested in crashing the boards. I know this is getting redundant, but I'm going to say it until it sinks in. LeBron is standing there flat-footed, because he has no one to compete against. He's not going to try and block that shot. And then they cut it off here on advanced stats, so I have to pull it from the game. I don't know if they cut that off because they knew it was a BS stat, but they're going to claim, I guess, that that was a controlled tip by LeBron James instead of him just swinging his arm. Yes, you can try and keep the ball alive on a rebound, but that is not considered a rebound unless it is shown to be full intent and controlled tipping it to a teammate. Otherwise, that rebound should go to the teammate who caught the ball. I've covered this in other videos and shown all the examples from the NBA video rulebook. Look at that still frame. You're telling me that that's a controlled tip? that he intends for that to go to Spencer Dinwiddie? Come on. Now, on the other hand, that's as close to having to actually fight for a defensive rebound as we've seen tonight. So, good job, I guess. Here we go again. You might want to think that I'm using the same clip twice. Nope, that's just what the NBA looks like now. How on earth are you going to pull this down, LeBron? And you know what? You're alone, dude. Have some spatial awareness. The only thing you have to worry about is your teammate. So maybe don't run over your fucking teammate who's nice enough to get out of the way so you can have the rebound that should have been his. I'm pretty sure LeBron is only aware of himself and only cares about himself. Here we have another exhausting example of what it's like to play defense in 2024. How did you get that one? Sadly, that might be the most intense-looking defensive rebound of the night for him. Again, I got to give him credit for that exhausting defensive effort that he has to go through before freeing himself up to rip down that defensive rebound. I don't know how he out-battled everyone for that. But seriously, just look at the protective perimeter created for LeBron James to go in and get that rebound. Non-rebounding side note, that is more of a travel than what he went irate about Giannis for the other night. Just take as many steps as you want to before you begin dribbling, and we'll just add the 3 or 4 steps that you take when you're wrapping up the dribble to the 2 you took at the beginning of the dribble. A grand total of 5 or 6 on any given LeBron James possession. But yeah, let him storm out onto the court when he's not even suited up and get in the face of the refs because of a stutter step. Let's wrap things up. I'm sure LeBron's about to suffer cardiac arrest here from how he's been forced to chase around the most difficult offensive assignment all night. He mishandles the ball. Rui mishandles the ball. LeBron comes up with the ball. If we go back to the arm swipe, when the ball miraculously ended up where Dinwiddie could grab it, and they credited that as a rebound to LeBron James, you could argue that this should be credited as a rebound to Rui Hachimura for making sure it ended up at LeBron's feet, where once again, he miraculously out-battles his own teammate to come up with an incredible defensive rebound. Freeze. Several things to point out here. Sadly, that's actually a good showing for the offensive team to be under the rim these days. 2 is a lot. Secondly, note where the ball is. Note which side of the rim the ball is. And now watch what that Grizzlies player does. Why? What are you doing? What are you accomplishing? Why are you even facing the wrong direction? Why did you jump upward on that side when you saw the ball coming down on the opposite side? Is this just a bad attempt to pretend like you're trying? Now look at the effort that he and the other Grizzly make to go and get that rebound. Didn't even extend an arm, just made sure he got out of LeBron's way. If you can't get the rebound, maybe you'd like to block the saving pass. Look at him. He's actually tucking his hands in rather than extending them. It's like he's more concerned about getting called for a foul than actually making an attempt on the ball? Or is he more concerned about getting in trouble for disrupting LeBron's rebounding? I know what you're saying, fanboys. I've heard your crap many times before. Well, what do you want him to do? Not get the rebound? Hey, I'm just setting the record straight of the state of the league that your boy LeBron James is pulling in these incredible stats in.